God's Children Are Not for Sale, by Nameless Saint. As I recently watched the movie, Sound of Freedom, a true story about the heroic efforts of Tim Ballard and his team at Operation Underground Railroad to rescue children from sex trafficking, I was moved to my core. The film depicts the harrowing experiences of children who are sold into sex slavery and the dangerous and courageous work of those who risk their lives to save them. Throughout the movie, we see the heartbreaking stories of young girls and boys who are forced into prostitution, pornography, and other forms of exploitation. We see the fear, the pain, and the trauma that these children endure, often at the hands of those who are meant to protect them. The movie also highlights the incredible efforts of Tim Ballard and his team at Operation Underground Railroad, who work tirelessly to rescue these children and bring their abusers to justice. As I watched the film, I was struck by the bravery and determination of those who work to combat child sex trafficking. It takes immense courage to confront this evil and to fight for those who are most vulnerable. The movie also highlights the importance of raising awareness about this issue and working to create a world where all children are valued and protected from harm. It is easy to feel helpless in the face of such a daunting problem, but the movie, Sound of Freedom, reminds us that we can all make a difference. We can also pray for those who are affected by this crime and for those who work to combat it. The issue of child sex trafficking is a complex and deeply disturbing one, but it is not one that we can afford to ignore. We must work towards creating a world where all children are safe and protected, where their innocence is cherished and their future is bright. The movie, Sound of Freedom, is a powerful reminder of the importance of this work and the need for all of us to get involved. Child sex trafficking is a heinous crime that affects millions of people around the world. It is estimated that there are 27 million victims of sex trafficking, with the industry taking in $150 billion a year and making $32 billion in profits. In this article, we will explore the topic of child sex trafficking, the horrifying effects it has on children, and the ways in which we can work to stop it. We will also examine the perspectives of other writers on the topic and consider what the Bible has to say about it. Point 1. The horrifying effect of child sex trafficking. Child sex trafficking has a devastating impact on the lives of children. These children are often forced into prostitution, pornography, or other forms of exploitation. They may experience physical, emotional, and psychological trauma, and their lives are often cut short. As the famous writer, Toni Morrison, once said, "The function of freedom is to free someone else." In other words, we must work towards freeing these children from the chains of sex trafficking and restoring their freedom and dignity. Point 2. The powerful moment in the movie, Sound of Freedom. The movie features a powerful moment where the main character, Jim Caviezel, who played Tim Ballard, says, "You can take a bag of coke and sell it once, but you can take a 5-year-old child and sell him or her 5 to 10 times a day." This quote highlights the harsh reality that child sex trafficking is a profitable business that is fueled by the exploitation of innocent children. As the famous writer, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, once said, "We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to boys, you can be anything." We need to work towards creating a world where all children are valued and protected from harm. Point 3. The perspective of other writers. Other writers have also spoken out about the issue of child sex trafficking. The famous writer, Gloria Steinem, once said, "The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off." In other words, we must be outraged by the injustice of child sex trafficking and work towards creating change. The writer and activist, Malala Yousafzai, has also emphasized the importance of education in preventing child sex trafficking. As she said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Point 4. What we can do to stop child sex trafficking. There are several ways and to walk humbly with your God. This means that we must work towards justice and mercy for all, including the victims of child sex trafficking. Point 5. The importance of raising awareness. Raising awareness about the issue of child sex trafficking is crucial. Many people are unaware of the scale and severity of this crime, and it is only through education and advocacy that we can work towards creating change. As the famous writer, Margaret Mead, once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. In other words, we must work together to create a world where children are protected and valued. In conclusion, child sex trafficking is a horrifying reality that demands our attention and action. We must work towards creating a world where all children are valued and protected from harm. By supporting organizations, advocating for stronger laws, educating ourselves and others, and raising awareness, we can work towards ending this injustice. As the Bible reminds us in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17, learn to do right. Seek justice. Defend the oppressed. Take up the cause of the fatherless. Plead the case of the widow. This means that we have a duty to defend those who are oppressed and vulnerable, including the victims of child sex trafficking. Let us remember that every child is a precious child of God and deserves to be protected and cherished. If you enjoy watching this video, kindly consider subscribing to my channel. New content is posted daily. Thank you, and may God bless you.